Hi, I've just not long, start again, got in from work. That's why I'm sat in this hoodie, because I like to knit my fellas' jumpers, because it gets very cold where I work. And I just thought I'd jump on. I wanted to go and wash my hair and all that, but I just thought I'd just come on for a bit to show a couple of things. I just felt like having a chat about energy and stuff and things that were going on in my realms of consciousness, which I did, I think, write down in this lovely book that I got off a friend the other day, this one that I was showing the other day, to jog my memory. But I was writing some cards that I pulled out of my tarot, one of my tarot decks, the little one that I carry to work anyway, and I was just writing a few notes on it, and about Saturn, but I'm not going to show that yet, but yeah, I'm going to go into that in a minute. It's just a bit of a random chat because yesterday's energy was, I was just speaking to a friend and I was just saying, oh, how did you feel? Because yesterday's energy was weird, off. I was quite emotional as well, but then again, it was Moon Day yesterday. It's ruled by the moon Monday, and water's emotion, you know, goes along with all of that anyway. So it isn't like, you know, a surprise or the moon, lunatic Monday, you know, because it was just, I thought it was, the energy was quite dense. I felt a little bit sick yesterday, a little bit weird, but today's been totally different. Like, today's lighter. I've actually felt like a lot of weight has been lifted off my shoulders because there was just things I was reflecting on, and how we can say and do things sometimes, but we never sort of forgive ourselves, or like, we judge, you know, everybody judges everybody, no matter what anyone says, even if they're doing it quietly, but we judge ourselves a lot, and I think that's one of the main things that we're trying to not do so much of on this journey of going back to self, which isn't an easy journey, as I am learning every day, and that'll go on forever, of not judging ourselves too harshly when we say I do things, because everybody does. There's energies around everywhere, it triggers us. I get triggered, I've always said that. I'm not perfect, I'm perfectly imperfect, just like everybody else. Everybody gets triggered by something, and yeah, it was just a weird day yesterday, but today, totally different. I've also put a face up that I saw on the bus on the way home from work when I was talking to my sister, and I was laughing because I was like, I can't remember his name now, but I was like, oh God, it was like the tree out of Lord of the Rings, the face. I'm going to do something with that. It was so, I just saw it, and it made me feel grounded and give me some creative ideas. And also I pulled out a card this morning before I went to work, and it was grounding. I keep forgetting that this camera's there. It was grounding, because as a Piscean, I do need to learn to ground myself a lot more. I don't know if you can see that card. Probably against the mismesh of that, but it says grounding on anyway. It says earth and grounding, and yes, the name has changed again. Earthbound Tarot Art and Magic, because yeah, I may change it again tomorrow. I don't know. I don't really care. It's just one of the things where it's more of what I feel and what I do and what I'm doing. So not even going into it, because it's not a thing really. But earth and grounding, need to do a lot more grounding, especially with the energies that are going on, everything that's going on out there in the world and the news, and you know, I'm listening to what people are saying at work and conversations that are going about, and things are changing. People still get in like we do. We get caught up in stuff. We forget ourselves sometimes. It's just the energies. I was just talking to a friend before, and the energies are just bombarded from absolutely all sides. That side, up, down, everywhere, bombarding. You know, especially these times now, with the latest that's going on out there. I mean, some things I could mention, I just think, oh my God, you know, some things that they've been saying in the news with certain people in the UK, and I'm not even going to mention it on here, but it was funny because someone said, oh, they think we were stupid, you know, when the media put these things out. I thought, yeah, they actually do. But anyway, is it I digress? I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to read some cards anyway. I've got a little cover on the table that I got a while back, and it's got Mother Maiden Crone on it, I would say, and a Crescent Moon on it, and I've got my Witch Cup as well. But I think the energy creeping in of Saturn and Mars, and I always think, Mars, action, Saturn, structure, and it really did make me think, structure. I need more structure in my life. I'm so airy-fairy in the world, but not of it. I actually have been reflecting a lot on why I need structure, or why I've been fearful of structure, because I said you have to reflect and look at things, and I thought, I think it's the control side of it. I know it is to do with things, as we all have from childhood. And I'm thinking, yeah, that thing of control, or feeling like someone's controlling you or whatever, is that thing of, I've always felt like if I'm structured, organised even, it's like it's controlling. Like sometimes I just don't want to, but I actually do need, I don't know if this is going to make any sense to anyone, it does to me. I need a structure to ground me a bit more, and I need a structure in quite a lot of areas in the home and in my artwork and sort of stuff. Not, I wouldn't say nailed in structure, if that makes any sense either. It sounds like contradicting, but I just mean I need a bit more structure, and I'm thinking of creative ways to do that for me, because it has to be in a way that's going to capture me and keep me in it. So it's going to have to be done creatively, and you'll probably see that. I'm probably going to show you what I mean in some next videos. Not going to put it out there yet. I'll save that for another time. And another thing that I'm thinking of doing for the family, that may keep us in a more focused, happy vibe of us and what we want to do. And I think I'm going to work on that as a project, because I'm off work next week. The schools are off. I'm off work next week, and I think I'm going to use a bit of time to put this thing in, map it out, and then I'll be able to show you what I mean. I just don't want to put it out there yet. So that'll be good. But yeah, I've just been reflecting, thinking it is actually structure. And I think that's what I wrote down as well. And making friends with structure. Like Saturn isn't all bad anyway. I know people say, oh, it's Satan. It's not. It just has its sides. All the planets have the sides. It's about aspects. And I was also thinking, we have so many aspects of ourselves. And some of our aspects we don't like. There's some of the aspects of me I don't particularly think, Janine, you could have done it in a better way, blah, blah, blah. But it is just me. And we do try to bring them more into balance. It's not easy, like I've said before, but we do have lots of different aspects of ourselves. Everybody does. And it's fine. You've got to even love the aspects that sometimes you think, oh, whatever your name is, your name, Janine, when your higher self starts coming in, having a conversation with, and you're like, yeah. So that's what I say when you talk to yourself, talking to your higher self, you're like, I know, maybe still love them aspects, because it still makes you who you are, if that makes sense. But it makes sense to me in my head, and everything, so that's fine. I've got a candle on over there as well. But yeah, like I said, the energy to me today is a lot lighter. It feels brighter. The girls at work today were all having a laugh with each other, and then the weirdest thing just happened. I'm in the garden, talking on the phone in the garden, just before I walk through the door, and my eldest comes out. And you know what? I wouldn't say he's 22, but like a teenager. Not a teenager, but doesn't really come out of his room a lot when he's not working, because he likes his computer games. And he's been a lot better since. But the weirdest thing happened. He came out and said, "Yeah, Mum, do you want this?" And I just went, "What?" And he went, I don't know what it was, some American chocolate. And I was like, thanks. But looking a bit like, what? And I went and asked him, and he's like, what? It was just chocolate. I said, what was that for? Because he wouldn't normally come out and do that. And he's like, I just wanted to see if you wanted it. I was going to give it to him, but he wasn't here. I was like, right. Then he just came downstairs and asked me if I wanted, he was going to get a treat or something from somewhere, and said, do you want some? And I was like, are you alright? Are you feeling alright? But then he joked, he went, oh, I get so much % off on a Tuesday. I was like, alright, but still, it was a nice gesture of him, because he doesn't normally do that. So today has been a better day. energy feels lifted. There's a lot of stuff that I'm still letting go of myself, and it felt like it had been lifted off my shoulders today. Because even sometimes when I think, oh, you know, what was that for, or why I said that, or whatever, I just think it was needed. Sometimes things are needed to shift you. People are needed to shift you. Like I said the other day, people can be seasoned sometimes just to shift you. And I think the best thing out of anything, no matter what goes on, is if you're learning by it. You can still fall back. We all do. This is why I have to laugh about the so-called spiritual community, because, you know, we all do stuff, we all say stuff, we all go up, we all go down a little bit. We keep heading up, but at the end of the day, everybody does it differently. And I think once you think you've reached something, like I think, you know, people will be like, oh yeah, I've reached enlightenment. Then you probably move up again. And then there's more to learn and more to go. That's how I see it anyway, and I think that's quite beautiful, because I think now, even at my age now, I think, bloody hell, do you know what? There's so much to learn. There's so much I want to learn. This is why, you know, people go on about change, and I've said this before, and I said it in one of the last chats, and some people don't like change, and people say you might be changing, or you might be changing your name up for the 10th time, or this isn't the 10th time on here, actually. This, that, and the other. It's like, isn't everything about change, though? And we're always changing. I think we get to that point where we think, I think I've settled. You'll probably shift again, and then it'll be a bit scary, and then it'll be okay again, and so on and so on. And that's how I think of, like, there's so much now I want to look at and want to learn and want to do, and you think, wow, there is, you know, Earth School. But that's how I sort of see it. But anyway, I'm just going to put this in there. So today, before I do the cards, so like I said, yeah, I'm still learning. I'm only on here sharing what I like to do. Like I said, there'll be more out again, but I've always done that. So I got a box from work today because some things were broke or something, so they took the box out. But I was like, I've been eyeing this box up. I have put out on here what the thing is because I don't like it, so I'm going to have to do a doodle on there so the name's not on it. But it's, I don't know if it comes out on the colour, but it's brown and this is green, and it's, to me, it's very witchy. Well, it is witchy. And I was like, I really love that box. It's like, I'd love to have one of them boxes. Like, oh, if they ever get rid of anything, I'd love to have one of them. And I really like it because it's got all this artwork. I like the artwork on it, you know, like a little book. You've got the moth, moon moth, crystals, hand, the crescent moon. There's flowers on the back. I'll show you the back's actually better, really. And I thought, my God, I could put things in it, like, well, I've got things in it. Maybe I could keep this there that I got today. It was I'm a gift. Now, I didn't know this was on it, but a message. I did order some new micron pens. This came in the box. It's a start. Because I've had these before off eBay. And some of the finer ones, don't know if anyone draws out there and uses these sort of pens, the micron. But the smaller ones just seem to just not work properly. So, yeah. I thought it's due that I get some more, because these are the sort of things I run out of a lot. And then I ordered myself this. I'm going to show you what it is in a minute, but it came and I didn't know this was on the top of it, and I thought, my God, it's in a nice box. I don't normally get them like this. It says I'm a gift, and I thought, what a beautiful message to spread out there, because we all are. We're all doing our thing the only way we know how. We didn't come with an instruction book, so there's another thing. We did not come with an instruction book. I don't know what's open this. Oh, I can't open it. We didn't come with an instruction book, so that's another reason why I'm saying people shouldn't judge yourself too harshly. And they're saying there's a lot of energy coming up and the planet's moving in with, there's eclipses coming as well, with all this energy coming in with different planets, and all this is still to do with, obviously, because we're still doing it. It's not a thing like we're just like, oh, we did that last year, or you've done it last month, or you're doing it all the time about releasing and letting go, because you get lots of chances. But the releasing and letting go of trauma and pain, which is coming up with the eclipse as well, which is brilliant, so you can release all that again. And just forgive yourself anyway, love yourself. Do I can never say Ho'oponopono, if that's even right, because I never get that right anyway. So, what I've got is, I have, a lot of journals, or I make my own journals sometimes, and I had a journal, and I've had some from Morrison's, and I've had them from all over, and I wanted sort of like an earthy one, so I didn't even know this was in the box, and I don't know what this is like, because I saw it, and it was a cheaper one, and I thought, I'm going to get that, because it's this lovely tan colour, and these are the colour that I like my shoes, because I never normally wear black shoes. I like, apart from at work with trainers, which I don't like trainers anyway, this lovely leather tan look, and it is, I don't even know how you say that, lemon, I don't know. It's a bit like the Lulu. I'll have to find my other journal because it starts with L and it's not this one, and they're known journals, but I wanted a dot grid. I love dot grids for drawing, and I don't know why, I just do. Could have got a plain one, but I like the dots. So I got a dot grid. Don't know if you can see the dots, but it is a dot grid. And I love these sort of little journals. These are the ones you'll see me. Oh, I've got little stickers free. Congratulations. Blah, blah, blah. And it has a pocket at the back, so if you want to store anything or stickers or something, I don't know, you can stick them in there. But I want to use this more of a earthy, boundy sort of journal sketching thing. Don't know yet, but you'll be seeing pictures going here. Like maybe I'll stick this guy in because he hasn't got a home, so maybe he'll be the first that goes in there because he's just on a piece of paper. I think I might stick him in there, maybe do something. Something will come up and I'll do something with it. So that's going to go in there. So I've got this lovely, I just love the colour because I've had a blue one, I've had a pink one, not of this make, and you get the elastic on it, so obviously it's going to stay shut. And especially when I go camping and stuff like that, I can add things in. I think it's going to be nice because, like I said, it's more of a naturey, natural colour. So I think that's going to be cool. But I will try and find out what the name is and the name of my other journal, which I'll probably show when I find it because I don't know where it is. But I think I was in a blue one. But I like the sizes because it's A5, so it's not too big. I have ordered some bigger drawing card paper, I don't even know what it is, on an A3 because I'm about to go bigger in my art. I'm going to challenge myself. I don't actually think it'd be hard, that size. But some people get scared of, you know, an A4 size piece of paper, you know, like I haven't filled this in, but like, you know. Also, my picture's coming along. She isn't finished yet, but it is coming along. Probably looks a bit wishy-washy because this needs going over again, and this isn't proper, like, it's not a thick paper for doing like mixed media in, but I'm gonna go around the gold again because it was just a thin wash. I've got to colour the butterfly in. I'm leaving the lady, the moon goddess there, like that, done with biro. We had some red roses, I think, or poppies. They actually look like poppies. Mushroom. Had a mushroom over here. Sorry, I've got a candle right in front of there. Mushroom and these shapes going on. We've got two bees. I just haven't coloured this one in yet. We've got the Crescent Moon, which on here you can't see it properly because it's taking the light out. These are just like doodles for ideas that maybe I'll put into paintings and stuff like that. So like they're a bit rough because my black markers were running out here, which I need to get some more because they're the sort of things that I run out of. But yeah, I don't think I started drawing anything else. So might be working a bit more on her this week, tonight, or maybe this week. But that's as far as that has got. I haven't done my bottle yet, but I will be showing you what that is for very, very soon. Because I'll be bringing more crafty ideas on here as well. With the crafty ideas. What do you craft? What do you like doing and making? So I've got that. So what I'm going to do now is, like I said, I just wanted to come for a chat to see if anyone else was feeling the same about yesterday. The energy's popping up. I did have, I'm trying to think, no, it's in here. Because I did a reading. I do my readings, but I'm going to do a collective in a minute. Yeah, it was basically about choices, changing choices, listening to your higher self, being your higher self, earthing, having abundance, holding on to your abundance because it's your abundance, because if you're making that abundance, it's you. But don't need to go through mine. So I'm going to tune in. I'm going to just sit back a minute and have a couple of sips of tea because I'm just thinking about what tarot or oracle deck I'd like to bring out. I've just spotted one, so hang on a minute. Ooh. So I chose I've not had that deck out for a while. Sacred Self-Care, because I keep forgetting the camera's there. We need a lot of this right now. We always need it, you know, every time we're reflecting, doing stuff. Self-care is very, very, very important. We've got Ask and It Will Be Given. Beautiful deck. And we've also got Sacred Rebels, because we're all Sacred Rebels, especially in these times. And we have got the Wisdom of the Oracle. So we're going to see what these cards have. So like I said, I'm just going to sit back and have a bit of a drink. I'm going to waft this about a little bit. Tune in. We'll see if the candle flickers. Going to ask Spirit to be with us and to come in and to guide us and give us some messages in the cards. Cleansing the space. So I'm just going to sit back a minute. So I say I'm having a drink and then I forget because I'm talking. Some of my oil on. I'll be bringing these back out soon. Right, oh yeah, and I might do one out of this gorgeous watercolour crystal powered tarot. There's many a time when people have asked me, hey, you should make your own tarot with drawings. Maybe I could just out of the drawings that I've got. Maybe I will. I know there's loads of cards, but I could do it slowly over time. But who knows? Because I'm always busy creatively. So I'm going to go with the Wisdom of the Oracle. And it says on the back, the oracle whose face gazes out from every card acts as an I can't even say it, between you and Spirit, telling you of your fate and destiny. This 52 card deck and companion guidebook will allow you to interpret her message about all aspects of the journey, because there's lots of aspects on this journey. There's not just one thing, and it's a journey we're all on. Whether people are into that, believe in it, we're on a journey of a life. With its ups and downs, its ugly bits and its great bits, that's what the spice of life is all about. It would be boring if everything was the same, even though, you know, and there's a lot changing with stuff that's changing now in the collective out there everywhere. It's all changing. So I'm just going to shuffle these cards. I don't want, if they jump out, I'm not reading them at the minute. I'm just going to shuffle some energy in because these cards haven't been out for a while. They've not been out to play. So we will see. Now they can. Actually, we're going to not let them jump out. I'm going to split them and see. Clean up. Which is what I've been saying for ages. It says clean up, so I don't know if you can see. Clean up. It's got this lovely moose. I think it's a moose. 21. It's cleaning. It's cleaning its space around it. It's also holding it up to the air. You could be cleaning some spiritual crap out, because we all get caught up in that sometimes, and you, like I said, you take what you need and you leave the rest behind. It what helps move you forward. We spring cleaning all areas, all aspects of ourselves, home, work, your spiritual practices, whatever, all of it. It seems like a lot, just step by step, because I'm doing it again, and it's just step by step, little bits. And the next one is TikTok. TikTok boom. TikTok boom. All I'm getting off that is, I mean, we know time isn't what they say it is, but there is a bit of a time on certain things that are coming in with conjunctions, planetary energies, things that happen around them times and certain numbers. But there is a time when something's going to tick, tick, boom with certain truths out there. And also, in a sense, we've got all the time in the world as well. Because to me, we never do truly die. I think we just go on to another place of energy and we'll be learning again. But yeah, time is an illusion. Was coming in, as we know. But and I'm also getting that messaging when we talk about time, when people say, I haven't got enough time to do this, and this. And it's like I said the other day, if you're not watching TV, which distracts you, you might be like, oh, well, I'm watching this soap. Well, you could do this, and this that you used to do years ago of knitting or drawing or reading again or biking, getting out. I don't know. If you start getting a bit more organised and structured with things you actually want to do and switching off things like that, so you have actually got the time to do it, if you get what I'm saying. But there's divine timing also, because there's a lot of things that are coming in, when we're observing. It's hard when you're observing, because I would say you can observe, you can look at things, you can look. It's not absorbing it too much. I've made a mistake of absorbing too much sometimes, and I just think, just observe, because it is what it is. And like they say, there's things you can't do much about now. It's all happening, it's all moving forward. Things will be seen and they are being seen, and you can observe whatever you want to. Just don't get absorbed in it. Don't absorb it within yourself. But observing's, good, rather than being all up in it and whatever. But anyway, the next one is poised. She's very poised at the minute. I'm going to find this one in the book. Balanced. Very poised in these situations, worldly situations. Anyway, 48. Not been in this book for so long. 48. 48. Being ready, bringing something to light, being at your best. Confidence. There's a massive thing, confidence. People lose their confidence over things. We've just got to find it. Just put it in the fridge. It's all right. Thank you. Having confidence, because we all lack confidence now and again. I've even noticed, it's so weird now being 45. Yeah, 45, because I keep forgetting. It's about time how old I am, or I should say young. 45 years young. And you see things, you start aging a little bit. I have fine lines and things like that, and I've got the whites coming in my hair now, which you may have seen on some videos. It shows up better, and you can see the streaks actually from here, I think. Here. When my hair's in certain positions, you can see it, and I quite like it, so I'm trying to stay off the dye. I'm not saying I never wouldn't dye it, but I'm trying to let it come in naturally, because those phases of as we're getting older, we do change a little bit. We're getting older, your skin changes, hair changes, things change, but I'm actually trying to accept it of it is what it is. And there's so many people out there who want to change stuff. That's fine, but I'm not saying you don't do things, but I'm quite enjoying the silver coming in, and enjoying, you can just be like a wacky older enjoy getting older and being a wacky older person, and not really caring, because you might think, oh, they're older, they don't really care. But there is silver linings and good things to that as well, but we all sort of dismiss it because, you know, it's, oh, you're getting older, oh, you can't do this. Well, you can if you keep active, and you keep, I would say, active physically and mentally and all that sort of good stuff, you know, doing all them things to help your mind, body and spirit. You don't have to be as old as you would if you weren't doing that, and you're just like, oh, you know, I'm at a certain, I don't mean I'm at a certain age, but getting older as you get older, and thinking that you have to go and sit and watch telly all day and read the newspapers, which, why would you want to be doing that, reading the news and newspapers and acting that way, you know, when you don't have to be young at heart, so you want to be, you know, more like that. I'm waffling on now. You can be as assured that you are ready for anything right now. You know that you need to. Your skills are sharp. You've come to this place armed with wisdom and knowledge. You sense a new phase of your life about to begin. People respond to your confidence and trust you. This is an auspicious time to begin new things, which is in alignment with what's going on with the release and letting go, because new things are coming in. I know we keep saying this, it doesn't just come in a day, it's rippling in, but there are new things, there are new beginnings, and a new beginning for everybody every day. It doesn't matter what happened yesterday, the day before, last year, 20 years ago, whatever. Every day is a new day. You just wake up in a better energy. Try and set yourself up in better energy by doing intentions. I came in here this morning, pulled a card. I did a bit of my heart chakra singing bowl, brilliant, before I went to work. Felt a lot better. So yeah, we've got all that going on. Prosperity message: you have every reason to feel confident. Everything you need to make your success concrete now is at your disposal. You can take action knowing you are ready to step into your power, into your light, and into your service to the world. The direction you're moving in is your destiny. Your soul is smiling with joy as you align with this truth. So that's really beautiful. Protection message: you're not only ready to move forward at this time, and that has to be okay. Be poised in the face of demands and deadlines. Pretending you know what you're doing works sometimes, but if you adopt a fake it till you make it attitude, it will land you in some muck. Now, this is not the time to wing it and deliver something half finished. It's okay to postpone things until you are ready, but it's better to disappoint others now than to wish you had later, which is really funny, because when I was at work today, I was packing these things. I had to repack them, and there was a sewing bit on there that was like sticking out, and they had to go in new cases where it was round the right way. And someone came up and said, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" I said, "Oh, I've got to move these out into the new cases." They were like, "What? Just because of this bit?" And I was like, "Well, yeah. If I was a customer, I wouldn't want it there because it will fall apart." And this person was like, "Oh, there's more," as if they were trying to say there's more important things in the world. And I'm thinking, yeah, but that's the mentality, isn't it? If we just did a shit job on things and didn't care and just chucked things about and didn't finish things off properly, it's not a proper done job, is it? Like a bit like what's gone on in the world, you know, that's what's going up. Seems a bit shitty at the minute. Things have not been done properly or looked at properly or sorted. So it's like, no, we want to give it to the customer right. You know, if the world was more in that way, where people wanted things, you know, done nicely and properly, we would have been in some situations sometimes, but that's that one. And that's that reading. So I'm going to put them away. No, I won't put them away. I'll just move this box and move that out. So yeah, that card saying, give yourself time to be cleaning, and also there's lots of time to do that, you know, one section at a time. If you're going through your house, one section at a time, one room at a time. If you're going through certain maybe spiritual practices you want to shake up, one piece at a time. Whatever it is, I don't know, one piece at a time. Don't make it such a massive job. I think that's what I go wrong with things, and I'm beginning to realise that it's not put massive, just do it, you know, little sections at a time, and then you've done it. So I'm going to do, sorry, not that one, Sacred Rebel cards. See what the rebel in us has to say. I'm just going to give these a bit of shake up first. So these are big. I can't get my hands around them. We'll let them jump on this actually. These are still like stiff and new. These don't do well when I'm bending them in the middle, so I'm not going to do it because the cardstock on this is thick. But the lovely Sacred Rebels. And what message? Oh, we've got 2, so I'm going to go for another one. I like my 3s. Oh. Diving for light. Listen for truth. And beyond the mind, the heart beats. Well, the truth lies within us. We're diving for the light. And beyond the mind, the heart beats. Because the biggest thing in this is to tune into your heart. It doesn't mean shit doesn't happen, things don't happen, you don't say things. Blah, blah, blah. None of that matters. Tuning into the heart when you're feeling down, you're feeling fearful of what's maybe happening in the world right now, out there, you tune in to your heart space. Close your eyes and listen. You're feeling alright, it's because it is really alright. That's all illusion and trickery that they put out there with media and certain things that are going on. You just need to tune in. And then you might hear messages that are going to help you. Your higher self might be giving you messages of what it wants you to go and do, you know. Go and relax, go and draw, go and do this. That will take you away from thinking too much about what's going on out there. Then we've got listening for truth. Sometimes, I've said this before, people don't listen sometimes to what people are actually saying. They think they're listening. They're not. They're sort of like it's going in this ear and coming out the other. They're not actually taking the time out again to actually really listen to what someone's really trying to say. And like I've said before, sometimes you have to, like what, for instance, what's going on in the world right now in the news and stuff. There are 2 sides, but the media never show the 2 sides. So you do have to do a bit of digging, diving for light, because light is information. That's what light is. Dark is lack of information, lack of light. Right. Sorry, my fella's just come back, so he normally brings his bike in here, but I've just said I'm filming, so I just have to wait a minute. But yeah, light is information, dark is lack of information, so we do need to listen to other people's perspectives as well, but also listening to your inner self that is speaking to you will bring things for you on your path that will help you move forward. You don't always get the same messages that everybody gets, the same messages of like for them. Someone might get this and they might be like, oh, you're doing it the wrong way. It's like, no, because you're all different and you have to, it will come in different. Sometimes they're the same, sometimes they're slightly the same, sometimes they're not. But anyway, so that was that. I'm going to do self-care because we all need this. I love this little deck. It's very bright, the artwork, and I don't know if the light's coming up on here well or not, I don't know. We've got Burning Bowl Ritual. We've had that, I think this is the third time we've had it. Letting go. Write down what you want to let go. Burn it in a bowl or in your fire pit outside or whatever. Or by candle. And release, because that's fire magic. And then we've got rest. I need to do a lot of that. I've been going to bed a bit late. And yeah, it's not doing me any good. So maybe you need to rest a bit more. And 2 have come out. So, oh no, 3 have come out. We've got cleaning again. Nourish your temple. Nourish your temple, you know, the food that you're eating within. Are you thinking about changing your food up? I have a lot because it's like things have not been agreeing with me and I really don't know what I like anymore. That sounds really weird. What you say, what would your favourite food be? Like, I don't know. I really, really don't know. We know this anyway, but as spring is coming in and summer will be heading this way as well, we're a lot better in warmer weather when the sun's out at being healthy. It's like we want to hibernate in winter and, you know, do as the animals do. So we've got that. Then we've got clean your space, number 9, divine. As we had cleaning here, this will come in because that is what is happening. Cleaning space around you, friends, colleagues, in your house, the energy within you, release and let go. It's everything. It's not just within, it's without as well. So cleaning space, cleaning the windows. Windows could also be a message of vision, eyes, windows to the soul. You know, maybe looking at again a few things and seeing if it is correct, or did you miss something, or did you not see that before? And then we've got what we started with at the beginning anyway, is connect with the earth, grounding. You know, a lot easier in spring and summer. Not that it's hard in winter, but obviously it's a lot easier in spring and summer. We went out, like I said, we went on a country walk. It was beautiful seeing all the buds coming up. I love that. It's just new growth, which is a metaphor in nature everywhere, and everything is new growth, is new you, new growth. Release, let go. It doesn't matter what you did, said yesterday, blah, 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 blah. Forgive yourself. Move forward and just keep doing what you're doing. As long as you're moving forward, you know, you're moving. And that's all I'm going to say on that. The only thing is, I think I'm going to pull one out of... Oh, no. I'm going to pull one out of my Asking It Is Given. So let's see what the main message is today for the rest of this week. Because I'll be getting stuck in some art this week, so... I always forget which way around they are. Aren't they? That way around. Oh, these two. We've got, don't know if you can see, like I said, I don't think the lighting's very good. But what about those innocent little babies? Even your babies are offering vibrations that the universe is matching, and like you, your little ones are influenced by the vibrations of those who surround them, but nevertheless they are creating their own reality, and like you, long before their physical birth, they set into motion this life experience they are living now. Oh, I could say a few things about that. What about the innocent babies? There's a lot going on out there in the world that's going against all that and helping, if you know what I'm saying, but yeah, your children teach you as well. And I'm getting it's that energy again, a childlike energy. Remember to laugh, smile, have fun, and do the things you did when you were younger, and bringing that energy in. And then we've got first I reach for joy, and all else all follows. You shouldn't be doing anything unless it's giving you some sort of joy in it. Once you're consciously identify your current state of emotion, it becomes easy for you to understand whether you are choosing thoughts that move you closer to your desired destination or farther from your destination. If you will make the improved feeling or emotion your real destination, then anything and everything that you want will quickly follow. I've said this before, it's what you focus on. If you're focusing on other things that aren't really, in alignment of what you want, it's not really going to come in. But if you're aligning it and you're moving closer to that, taking the steps towards it, it's going to come in quicker than not doing it, taking the steps, or looking at something else that you're not actually in alignment with. So that's that message. I'm going to do wrong deck. Where's that one? I don't even know where that's just disappeared to. Right in front of the face. Where's that gone? Anyway. Is it that one? Yeah. Mixing up my boxes. So, the last one I'm going to do is, because I've not actually pulled this deck really. The Crystal Power Tarot. Because I love the artwork. I love the woman who does the artwork. It's very magical. And it's a tarot, but it's beautiful. So it's like this. Crystals. Sorry if the lighting's bad and the artwork is beautiful. So I'm just going to see what the message is. Well, there's one. I'm going to let it shuffle it as well. Cross my feet. We've got a few popping out there. So we've got the Six of Swords. We've got, I know the peaceful times will come. I know that peaceful times will come. It may not look it out there in the world, when you're looking out there and thinking, oh God, there's war, there's this going on. That's illusion. There's bigger things going on, really, behind all that. Things to do with planetary energies that are coming in that may bring it up, shift that, but there's also a lot of stuff going on. But there are peaceful times going to come, and it's going to help you to be more peaceful within yourself as well, especially in your head. Swords to do with thoughts, air thoughts. We've got the Four of Pentacles. I am trust. I am always safe and protected, because Pentacles are very earthly energy. And you could use the stone. They've got little stones in the corner, which is cute. I don't think you can see. Malachite crystal. For feeling protected. And we are protected at this time, There's lots going on behind the scenes. Then we've got the King of Swords. This is brilliant. That's beautiful, that picture. King of Swords. I trust my ability to make a strategic decision. And you should trust yourself, because the only person you can trust, really, is yourself. That energy is also coming off as... I just think of Return of the King. If anyone knows what I mean. And again, the Sword of Truth, to me, cutting through bullshit, because it's to do with thoughts and things like that, cutting through just a lot of stuff that's going on, cutting through the crap that we're hearing about, we're seeing about, cutting through the bull crap. Then we've got, there's a lot of, oh my God, there's loads of swords. Swords are to do with thoughts and your mind and stuff. So we've got Two of Swords. Whatever I decide, I trust in the outcome. We've got, I see things exactly as they are. And we have, I take the time I need to rediscover my, is it vitality? And we have another one. But yeah, to me that's just funny, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Was it 5 swords? a lot to do with mind and thoughts. We've got to be very careful where they're coming in from, because like I said before, it's not always you, sometimes it's collective. It's stuff that's going on, and it can be very, very confusing sometimes. That's why in the cards we've got the grounding. You know, we've got the cleaning space, because that all helps with grounding yourself, cleaning, moving energies about. You know, when I was going about feng shui, got something like that coming up soon, but all that stuff going on. It's beautiful. I think I'm just going to ask Earth Magic cards, just one last little thing for this week, and then I'm going to go and get my tea, go and do some drawing or something. Oh, okay, it wasn't one. It wasn't one. I think we've got 5. We've got nurturing. Oh, that's coming in, like with the food. We've got nurturing, perspective. We've had this before. There's a lot of perspectives going on at the minute. It really is all perspective, but like I've said, it depends what you're looking at. Like I said the other week with the animal or whatever held up, like bird or whatever, if you're looking at it from that angle, or that angle, it might not look like a bird, you know. We've got to look from it all sides to really know what's truly going on. But anyway, we've got vigilance, stone people. Vigilance. Have vigilance. You know, you might have vigilance around people at the minute. I don't know why I'm getting stone-faced people, but I see them sort of people at work sometimes. There's going to be a lot of stone-faced people, grey-faced people, as all this stuff begins to come out from the media. Probably like I'm getting in like draining the colour, because they're going to be seen of like what we assumed they were. I'm talking about celebrities and certain people and things like that. Big high up names of like, oh my god, really? But yeah, radiance. We're all coming back to centre self. That's what we're here to do. And we've got summer solstice as well, bringing that beautiful energy. Can't wait for that this year. And the meadow is that vulnerability. Some people feel like they don't want to have, I would say it was the right thing, to feel vulnerable. Is that vulnerability? I'm a bit dyslexic, by the way. I think so. I'm going to have to look on my phone. Is that vulnerability? Why does it not look like it's spelt right, but that's me. Let me just check. I know I'd say, I feel like I'm on live and I'm not. I'd say, oh, everyone would be shouting out, spell it out, but there's no point because it's not live. Yeah, I think it is. Why does it just look weird to me? Yeah, it's vulnerability. It just looks weird. Obviously, a qualitative state of being exposed to the possibility of being attacked or harmed, either physically or emotionally. But that depends if you want to leave yourself exposed for it, you know. You don't have to expose yourself for that, I would say, is a big message. Because that to me is like certain things you may be doing or saying that will open things up for people to do that. You can be vulnerable. That's like saying, it's like this the video I put up the other day, yesterday, the Japanese, I think it's a Japanese girl, the beautiful video that I just like watching. So relaxing, but they have gates round and a big door. Now, if they didn't lock them gates in their garden, could leave it vulnerable for people for stealing the fruits and different things, or you know what I mean. So yeah, there's all that going on. And then at the bottom of that deck, as I just turned it over, was love and compassion, because that's where we're all going. It's hard in these times at the minute. I'm not going to say it isn't, because it is hard when you've got all this stuff going on. People getting very confused. There's bickering, there's different sides of this and this going on out there. I'm not talking about YouTube, I'm talking about out there. You know, people with different views on things, different perspectives of what's going on. You know, do we do this, do we do that, is that going on, is that not going on? That's all up in the mix at the minute. Whether you believe in this or this, it doesn't really matter. That is all up in the mix anyway. And people get into arguments and things like that. That's how it is at the minute, because it's all up in the air. I don't know what more I can say on that. So, yeah. And then on the other side of it, it says harmony. It will be when we do the cleaning, because the cleaning cards that have come in are not just to do the cleaning, like I said, of what we do at home within ourselves. It's also the cleanup of earth, as in that has been here for a very long time, as I've said before, and a lot of us do. That is falling. It needs to be cleaned out, swept out from underneath the carpet, drain the swamp, you could say. That's what's happening. Could it take a bit of time, if that's what time is? Because we know times, you know, everyone wants a date and this, that. It doesn't work like that. It is what it is, and it will, you know, it's being done. That's all you need to know. Chill out and do more stuff that you're enjoying, and I will see you, just trying to look around to see if I've missed anything, very soon. And I'm just going to ding this to end the reading, and I'll see you later. Bye.